Hey guys, welcome back. And in this week's episode, we are going over VR settings. I've recently moved to using VR all the time. In my situation, it's just a lot easier. So I'm going to show you guys the settings I use to get good frame rates, and hopefully it can be used as a base for you guys. For my equipment, I use the HTC Vive. This one, it's pretty old. I think these released back in 2017. And a reference, that was when the Samsung Galaxy S7 came out. So it's quite dated, but I'm able to average 90 FPS through online lobbies, no problem. And you should be able to, whatever headset you're using, especially if it's newer. I am using a RTX 2080 graphics card, so I know that those are pretty common now. If you have anything bigger, of course, you'll be able to have better settings. But for me, this works for me, and I want to share it with you guys. So that way you guys can do what you need to get VR going for you, because once you switch to VR, it is absolutely immersive, and you will never want to switch back to triple monitor or anything. Let's not ramble. Let's jump into the settings. We'll go over it, and then we'll do some driving. So let's get to it. All right, guys, we're in the settings. We're in Content Manager right now. I'm under the video right here, under Assetto Corsa, and you can see my previous session's performance. It was 89 frames per second. That's good. I want it to be as close to 90 as possible. That way I don't experience any weirdness with my head and get motion sick. For resolution and FPS, I have this rendering mode set to OpenVR. And that's because that's what the HTC Vive requires. If you're using Oculus Rift, you can open this and there's a setting for it. There's 360, there's fisheye, there's whatever you need, it's in there. These next settings, I use this just for my screen capture. I have full screen open. I have full screen enabled. Resolution is set to custom. Fixed resolution automatically, I have that unchecked. My custom resolution is 1920 by 1080 by 90 Hertz. And that's because I have the 90 Hertz set as the HTC Vive. So I kind of want that to try to match if it does. I'm not sure if it actually does anything, but this is simply just so I can capture what you're seeing when I'm playing the game. The vertical synchronization, I have that off, and limit frame rate, I also have that off. Under the quality tab, I have MSAA, that is turned off. Antiscopic filtering, that is set to 16 times. World detail, that is set to very high. Shadow resolution, 32 by 32, and smoke generation, I turn that off because I don't want the extra processing power to be going towards generating smoke instead of getting a higher fidelity of gameplay. That's why I have it off. In reflections, I have reflections off. Under post-processing, I have it enabled right now. You can have it disabled if you want. It'll probably free up some resources, so you could possibly do a higher world detail over here, or even smoke generation. For me, I have it on. I have no reason. It's just I had it on before. So filter is default. There's multiple ones. You can download different ones also. I just have it as a default. Overall quality high. Glare quality off. Depth of field low, motion blur off, saturation set to 100%. I don't see any reason for it to be higher. Heat shimmering, sun rays, and FXAA are all disabled. For mirrors, once again, I have those turned off since I get motion sick. And the rest of these settings I don't even touch. They're just how they were stock. You can save your preset, you can share your preset, or you could even run a benchmark, and that'll give you more info on what frames you're running and how your settings are affecting you. So let's just jump into the game and we will show you how it looks from my end. I hope it'll show correctly. But anyways, we'll jump in the game and we will continue from there. We are here in game. We have the headset turned on. We are in a Gravy Garage S14 driving in Lime Rock Park right now. I think that's what it's called. There's one person in this server, so we'll try to chase them or do something. Just not crash into them, hopefully. And we are going to talk about this VR setup. So, I started with the whole VR because I didn't have space to have like a dedicated monitor setup or triple monitors. I did have the VR and I've had the VR. The problem was it made me super motion sick when I used it. So I totally gave up ever trying it. Holy crap, I forgot to lock in my steering wheel. Well, there we go. Anyways, so it sat in a box for a long time, and then I finally just came across it again. And I was like, hey, I'm going to try to set this up and actually set it up for playing Assetto Corsa. And that's what I did. I turned all my settings down, and I pretty much just turned them all down. I ran the game, slowly turned each setting up until I finally got to a point where I had good game fidelity, no lag, no artifacting. Like, just it looked amazing. And just doing that and really helped me with my motion sickness. So I do suggest, if you want to try the VR, you get your settings dialed in, and it'll help you tremendously. Also, if you want to also help yourself out, you can just do a couple, like 5-10 minute sessions, and just do a couple laps, and then get off the VR. Don't let it get you to a point of the motion sickness. Just do a little bit, get off of it, and then come back a little bit later. You do that, you build yourself up, and then eventually you'll be able to play. Because for me, I could maybe do a couple laps, and I would be done for. But now I can go easily over an hour and have no issue with motion sickness. You could also have like a fan put on, blowing on your face. I heard that also helps. There's all kinds of stuff, but just simple setup, like the settings, makes a big difference. And there's not a lot talking about like the minimum setting there, and everybody's just like, let's see how we make this game with the absolute best in VR, or however it is. I don't know, I've never done any research on it, but I just wanted to get my video out there talking about my settings. If you're using a different VR set and your settings differ, or you have a better setup for what you're doing, leave it down in the comments. If you want to, you can. VR, I feel like, for the absolute immersion, you want to do VRs. Like, I don't know how you can get any more immersive than that. Add like a wind simulator to this, and you're good to go. You don't need a huge like cockpit and stuff. Like, you can't see any of it. Oh, I didn't know that guy was following me the whole time. Damn, I feel bad. But yeah, just let me know what you guys have going. I'm gonna cut this video. I don't want it to go too long or anything. So make sure you give the thumbs up if it helped you. Give me a comment letting me know what you think. Check the email down in the description. Send me a picture of your sim setup. Describe it or something, and I'll feature it in a video or something. We could do a review on them. But I'm gonna get off here to keep it down. So until next time, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.